Hey guys, I'm gonna tell you about the one village habit that I hate the most when I return on the Eric McNeil Be Free Show.
Black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Hey guys, welcome. My name is Eric and this is the Eric McNeil Be Free Show, where we talk about being financially independent, responsible for self, enjoying life, and empowering others. Free. So, on today's episode, I want to discuss the one village habit in Ghana that I absolutely cannot stand. And that is, drum roll, brrrr, making charcoal. Yes, making charcoal. It's not even, I don't know, it's not even 6 a.m. here. The sun is just beginning to come up. And I haven't been able to sleep all night. Now, you would think that, man, I purchased land out in the middle of nowhere so I would have some solitude and I would be able to work and relax and peace without being a part of the hustle and bustle of the city. I just like being alone because I need to think. I just can't stand a large crowd. I can't stand, a lot of people around me because, I like to think. And so I purchased land way out. And I said, okay, 5 acres should be enough. And when I did that, of course, the crowd came. People started purchasing land, bloop, 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 all around me. And that was okay, no big deal. I mean, I got 5 acres, but then the trespassing started, and, it kind of became a bit noticeable. So when I sold the land, the home, the new owners was like, no way, no way. We have got to put a wall around our property. This is like our retirement property. We don't need no encroaching on our property. So, they began to put the wall around, and hopefully in another month it'll be finished. So it was like, okay, that should solve the problem. But no, because you know why? Smoke does not respect walls. Yes, I found out smoke doesn't respect your walls. So that's what we have now is people burning charcoal, and none other than the chief. So I asked the chief. Chief has his people burning charcoals on his property next door. So, I told him last week or so that, okay, the winds bring the smoke downstream to the house. And it's very windy here. So anyway, he apologized, but I noticed here that when somebody apologizes to you, it really doesn't have the same meaning as it has, where I was raised, right? When you apologize, in my household, it meant that you wouldn't do it anymore, but I noticed that that's not necessarily the case here, so I just wondered what it meant. And I said, I told somebody that, I don't know if that means that they'll stop. I think that just means that, we're sorry that you having a problem with it. And true enough, they came back, the people came back yesterday and started making charcoals again. So obviously it didn't mean that they would stop. So, at any rate, that's what I'm dealing with now and, the interesting thing is that I try to be understanding because I've had workers who were working for me that went to burn charcoal not even 10 feet away from the house, right? These were my workers. So I'm like, when I see the pit dug, I'm like, what in the world are you guys planning to do here? Oh, we're about to burn the charcoal. I say, hell no, wait, time out, time out. I say, first of all, you don't need to be burning charcoal, and definitely not this close to the house. And so they was like looking at me like I was crazy. What is his problem? See, so I have to be understanding that although this is not a part of my culture, it's a part of theirs. Like, no big deal. It's like, hey, what is your problem? Why are you having a problem with this? I'm like, wow. So they, they grow up with this. And it's not a big deal to them. When we were staying in the guest house in the village not too far from here while the house was being built, the property owner next to us had some people do some charcoal and all of the smoke coming right into the guest house. And I just thought that was just the most inconsiderate thing. I went as far as put the fire out. I put the charcoals out. Now, one thing you need to know is once you put water on the smoke, right, the smoke just poosh comes up like crazy. So, so it's difficult to just say, you're gonna put it out. But anyway, that started, we just started an altercation. People came back, and I told them, that they bet not try and light those charcoals back, and it just created a big altercation down there. And we almost got into a fight over these charcoals, because I was like, no, I'm playing that, I called on, I was like, I'm renting this place, and you have people, you better tell these people don't be lighting no charcoals. And I mean, it became a serious matter, like real serious. And we went and found the property owner, because they were coming, the guys who were doing it were saying that the property owner said she needed some charcoal made. They were coming to make the charcoal. I was like, no, you're not going to do that. Not under my watch, not as long as I'm here. Ain't going to happen. So anyway, we went and found the property owner, and it's an elderly lady that was living opposite, across the street from the property, and we went and found her. And so, since my wife spoke the language, she spoke to her and said that, we can't get any rest and, in the house because of all this smoke coming in. So she explained to my wife that, she said, I apologize again, so that's why, I'm hearing it. I apologize and we're sorry, but she explained to him that there wasn't any money to buy any fuel. They couldn't buy, so they had to make the charcoals. And I had to end up giving them some money just to, so that they can get some charcoal until we left, because we didn't have but a few weeks left. And so I was like, hey, you guys can go buy you some charcoal, but you can't be burning charcoal while I'm here. But anyway, so that's the problem when you get out toward the village. Now you go into the city, you're not going to have that problem. They're going to be getting gas. They had a gas canisters, and they're going to be taking it to the facilities to get gas. But as you get into the village with the poverty level, they can't afford to buy the liquid propane gas that we used to cook with, and it's going up and getting expensive, so they can't afford that. So they have trees in abundance, so they just say, hey, we're going to cut these trees down to make this charcoal to cook with. Now, I was happy when my friend Amin, who's down the mountain, and he put the charcoal factory up. This is the one who built the charcoal factory that takes the coconut husk waste and converts it into charcoal. So I was ecstatic when he did that, because I thought it would eliminate them from coming here, chopping trees down and burning and making charcoal. But little did I know that was not the case. It didn't happen, so they're still doing it even with the charcoal factory down there. And he actually adjusts his price down lower for them, for the people in the village, the locals, to buy it, to make sure that they can at least afford it, So he's taking a loss to even try and accommodate them to be able to afford his charcoal. And the thing is that his charcoal, when you make it out of this coconut husk, it lasts longer. It burns much better. You don't get all that smoke. So it's just so many benefits, but no, they still coming up here because, hey, we get it for free. We just chop down the trees and burn it. Boy. So we got a long way to go. So there's a, to them it's just normal. This is normal. And it's no big deal, but to me it's inconsiderate, rude, and inconvenient, so we have a bit of a gap there. Yeah. So that's just one of the other problems that you're gonna have, when you come here and, you do this, do that, and do that, think you're gonna get some solitude and carve this place the way that you want to. It's not going to happen overnight. There's a lot of differences that we have, and we're going to have to work those out. This is not a cakewalk. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. So I love Ghana, and I love the people, but there's a lot of differences that we're going to have to work out, and I'm sure we'll get there, but don't think it's gonna happen overnight. You better adjust your mind to understand that this is a long-term thing. May not even happen in my lifetime, but I think that step by step we'll get there, but if you're not willing to come in and put in the work, then forget about it. Okay, anyway, just wanted to share that. Let me know how you deal if you're way out living, how you deal with the charcoal situation. Do you have that problem? Is it a concern to you? You might like, hey, Eric, I don't see the problem. Just snip the smoke and keep it moving. I don't know. Anyway, I'll be speaking with the chief again, and I'll be asking other landowners to also call and and speak with them, let them know that it's just inappropriate to be burning coal, making charcoals around people's homes, and you're selling land, and then you turn around and have people come and burn charcoal. That's just not a good look. So at any rate, you let me know if you live way out, and if you have this problem, how are you dealing with it? Is it a concern with you? Does the smoke bother you? I don't know. I want to hear from you. Anyway, go ahead. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button and like, share, comment, give me your feedback. And also you can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/Eric McNeil. It's free. And as always, Hoorah, ahuru. Now be free.